Hi, this video is brought to you by Latest Care, written by Kanayadav Sangam, and I am here to speak about recent changes in General Skilled Migration Visa Program. This video content is only to provide you with an overview of General Skilled Migration, GSM, visa. In order to understand the content is whether legitimate or not, I strongly recommend you to visit www.immi.gov.o or visit an immigration agent or lawyer, or refer to the recent legislation changes of Immigration and Citizenship Departments if you are willing to apply. So what we cover here is, what is General Skilled Migration, GSM? What are the recent legislative changes made? How often this visa application charges change? Is it advisable to take particular study program to get desired migration outcome? Is this change really good for us? General Skilled Migration Program is for people who are not sponsored by an employer and who have skills in particular occupations required in Australia. The General Skilled Migration Program is entirely different process of visa. It has different subclass, and it is more intended to get a job in Australia to stay permanently in Australia and then eventually becoming an Australian citizen. The General Skilled Migration visas are divided into two categories: onshore and offshore. Onshore visa is granted only while you are in Australia. Offshore visa is granted only while you are in outside of Australia, although there are some exceptions to the New Zealand citizens. All applicants onshore or offshore seeking to be granted a permanent GSM visa must meet the relevant criteria set out in the migration legislation. Some GSM visas are subjected to the points test on basis of criteria as like age, occupation, health, character, sponsorship, competence in English, where they lived in past, and qualification. GSM visa application fees will change in regard to subclass, functional English and dependence. Applicable fee is subject to change on the 1st of July of every year. If you're interested in finding specific applicable fee, see Form 990I. It is not advisable to make educational or occupational choice solely on the basis of hoping to achieve a particular migration outcome, like permanent residence, Puerto Rico. The General Skilled Migration, GSM, visa conditions change according to the Australian economical needs at that time. It is advisable to have your own ambition. And in order to cope with Australian economical demand, General Skilled Migration Program is subjected to change. Offshore General Skilled Migration visa applications made before the 1st of September 2007 will be capped or ceased depending on new requirements, like IELTS score and work experience. All unsuccessful applicants' application fees will be refunded. As of 2010, the current Critical Skills List, CSL, will be revoked and will be replaced by a new Skilled Occupations List, SOL. From the 8th of February 2010, all MODL occupations are removed from the MODL. Therefore, all applicants who lodge an application on or after this date will not be eligible for the award of MODL points unless the applicant holds a subclass 485 skilled graduate visa or has applied for a subclass 485 skilled graduate visa and is yet to apply for a permanent or provisional General Skilled Migration, GSM, visa, or on the 8th of February 2010 had a pending application for GSM visa. Note: applicants must lodge their GSM applications by the 31st of December 2012 period. The General Skilled Migration, GSM, points test will be reviewed to evaluate the effectiveness of the current test. New priority processing arrangements will be introduced for certain skilled migration visas. 1. Applicants under the Employer Nomination Scheme and the Regional Sponsored Migration Scheme, RSMS. 2. Nominated by a state/territory government agency under a state migration plan agreed to by the Minister. 3. Nominated by a state/territory government agency and whose nominated occupation is on the Critical Skills List, CSL. 4. Sponsored by family and whose nominated occupation is not listed on the CSL. 5. In order in which they are received. Usually, this waiting period may be few days to a year or two. The recent changes are more concentrated on the Australian needs. General Skilled Migration, GSM, program is more emphasized providing visas for the highly skilled migrants and to have high basic English requirements to blend in Australian society. So, it is more likely highly qualified professions from engineering or nursing or teaching to get positive migration outcome compared to their peers in cookery or hairdressing. Although most of the highly qualified professions are in shortage in all over world, for a better life there is huge queue of professional people willing to migrate to Australia. But in future GSM visa requirements may relax to increase the influx into Australia, if needed.